Excellent. I've got a substantive question to Minister Hall.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. With your permission, I'll answer this with question 3. We are increasing funding for councils in 2021-22. Through the Local Government Finance Settlement, we are making an extra £2.2 billion available to councils, an average cash increase of 4.5%, a real terms increase. We have also announced £3 billion of COVID-19 support for next year, taking our total direct support for local government in responding to the pandemic to over £10 billion.
Let's head to Bodsworth with Dr Luke Evans. Dr Evans.
I'm grateful to the Minister for the announcement of the extra cash, and particularly the COVID cash at these difficult times. But he will know from the many meetings we've had in my years since being elected about my concern about fairer funding for Leicestershire. If Leicestershire was funded at the same level as London, it would receive an extra £374 per resident. So I'd be grateful if my right honourable friend could update me on the formula that underpins this structure, whether there will be a review and whether it's likely to change, and if so, when.
Minister.
Well, can I thank my honourable friend for his question and for the way that he has consistently and constructively raised this with me and ministers in our department. Leicestershire will, of course, see an increase of 5.5% in its core spending power next year and receive over £11.5 million to deal with COVID pressures. On the government benches, we certainly agree that we need an updated and fairer method for distributing funds within local governments. This year, I hope he understands we've had to focus on supporting councils through the pandemic, but once this is over, we will revisit our shared priority for funding reform. In the meantime, we have substantially increased the Rural Services Delivery Grant to £85 million, its highest level ever, which will support the delivery of services in places like Leicestershire. I'm, of course, happy to continue meeting with him in the weeks ahead.
Let's head to Beck.